guys are working hard. They're fun to be around, both sides. I really like the competition. Offense does some good thing, defense does some good thing. Responding, it's just a lot of teaching going on the offense, a lot of teaching what the defense is giving, and so I like what I've seen so far, and really good kids, and excited about tomorrow's practice and the meeting this afternoon.
You have two guys who have a lot of experience in big games, Kenny and Jeff. What's it like having them almost like, can they be considered coaches on the field a little bit?
I wouldn't go there, Jerry. No, I mean, maybe next year we can't, no, they're veteran guys, but, I just try to overload them, really, and try to give them more than they can handle so that they're working, and which they've done. Kenny's done a really good job. We're trying to give them different looks, and, you can't, all the stuff that we're doing, it takes probably 3 years for a guy to play 18 games to get it all, so I got to figure out what we're comfortable with, but keep feeding the guys on offense certain concepts, certain things, different looks the defense has given us with a certain blitz game, or the 3 down or 4 down. So there's a lot to it, and he's soaking it up. So trying to prepare for the season. That's what camp's about, and the defense is really doing a good job. So it's great for us on offense.
Can you tell Jeff has been around the block a few times?
Yeah, no, he's played. He's let me comfortable. He what I like about Jeff is when he makes a mistake, he knows it right away. I don't have to tell him. I wouldn't say it happens all the time with Davis or Nick, but he knows right away. So that's a good thing. He's understanding. He studies. He's I said he's been behind center. I'm getting to know him better also. So some things. He's not getting as many reps as Kenny right now. So but I like what I've seen. He's thrown the ball well. Made some really good throws, some good reads. So I'm excited about him.
Mark, guys talk about your background, your history in college and the NFL. How much does that help these guys buying in to what you're doing here?
Really. Oh, I don't know. There's the experience part helps. There's no question. And what I've learned from a lot of the guys that I worked for and worked with on both sides of the ball. I mean, I was really lucky to be on the other side of the ball against Dick LeBeau every day for 3 years, and then I went to the Eagles, and then Jim Johnson was a 4 down, more different pressure type things that way. So I think those really have helped. And understand how to attack, a 3 down and a 4 down defense, which you're seeing in the NFL. Certainly the guys I've been around, I've learned a lot from Andy, I've learned a lot from Bill, George Allen, and all the guys I've taken stuff from. So just trying to pass that on to the players, and try to help them. I know they all want to go to the next door and go to the league, and I'm trying to help them that way. So. Just trying to help kids. That's what that's why I got into this business, Yeah, there's no question I want to win games. People know I'm competitive, but it's about helping people get better and be better people, and teach them how to, how they treat a family, how they get to the next level, and so I think that experience helps. They listen.
Do you see that on the field when you're putting in new plays or changing the offense and you're talking to guys about?
Yeah, there's some plays that we've taken from the NFL this year that we didn't do in the spring, and we're using their cut-ups, so certain teams I don't want to mention, but yeah, well, there's certain concepts that, BA was here that I work with, and he's a smart guy, and so things that he's done in Arizona, and other things that I study in the off season and the summer that we didn't have, and some fit, some don't, and a lot of it has to do with personnel. So we're looking at those things right now.
Talking about your personnel, I mean, you have a lot of different guys like Maurice, Shockey that can kind of catch the ball and kind of run the ball. So how nice of an asset is it to have guys that can kind of do both?
Yeah, and I'm still learning a lot about those guys. What they're really good at. We got a couple new pieces on the line. With Nolan and Nakia, which gives our tight end room a lot of depth. So you're right. How we're getting these guys in the different looks, into the different styles. So that's what we're working on right now in certain packages. So trying to really accentuate their positives and then work on some of the things that they don't do so well. So and as I said, we've got more pieces than I thought when I first came here. And that's a credit to the recruiting staff and Coach Pat.
How would you describe a running back's role in the passing game in your offense?
Well, those guys can catch the ball, but we really focus mostly on protection. It's trying to handle the blitzes that we're getting, and it's great going against our guys. So that's really been the focus. There might be some things that we isolate those guys one-on-one, AJ's got good hands, and Todd's done some things. The young backs look like they're coming, but really the fundamentals of teaching protections and the different things is most important, because we got to protect the quarterback. Otherwise, you just can't throw it when you're on your back.
Are you satisfied with how they've kind of shown that so far through fall camp, especially yesterday with the full?
Yeah, and yesterday and today we had two real good blitz periods. That which were physical and live and technique and everything else, and we got some good looking linebackers that come through. So the coordination between those guys and the line and the slides and the things that way, and certain things that the quarterbacks have to do. We're working on that right now, but it's luckily I was here in the spring. We were able to get a lot of it done in walkthrough. Now we're taking it to another speed. So there's always going to be some new things that you don't know game day, but hopefully if you just stay with your keys and the reads, that we should be all right.